Travis?
Well, thank you, Ian. All eyes on Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City last night as year number 3 of the Matt Rule era gets underway, and of course year number 2 of the Dylan Raiola experience here. It was an 8 p.m. kickoff there at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City as the Cincinnati Bearcats came into town hosting the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Looked more like a Nebraska home game to me. Let's take a look at the highlights here from Kansas City. Here's both squads' opening drives ended in punts, a little slow early. But the Bearcats' rushing attack did give the Huskers some fits early on. This would be a theme later in the game as well. They would go up 3-0 10 minutes into the game after a field goal. Nebraska punched right back as Emmett Johnson bullied his way to a first down on the ground. He had over 100 yards rushing in the game, but the drive would stall. Kyle Kunanen nailed a 52-yard field goal, a career long for him to tie the game up at 3-3 moments into the second quarter. Later in the frame, Big Red in the red zone. They run the new age triple option. Dylan Raiola with the last-second pitch to Luke Lindemeyer. Well, the Vista natives dragged down at the 1-foot line, but due to a false start penalty and some rough play calling, they had to settle for a field goal to go up 6-3. Late in the second quarter, though, a key hit there as the Bearcats fumble the ball. Huskers with a short possession here. Dylan Raiola to Isaiah Hunter. Toe tapping for the touchdown, looking a little more like Travis Hunter from the Colorado Buffaloes, now a Jacksonville Jaguar. The Huskers up at the half 13-3. But the Bearcats take it in from 7 yards out to make the game a one-possession game at 13-10. And the Huskers did drive down the field, though, and keep the game within a little bit of arm's reach here. Is a nice pass to Luke Lindemeyer there. And then on a fourth down gutsy call here, a slant up the middle, passes it to Dane Key for a 3-yard touchdown. The Huskers up by 2 possessions at 20-10. But the Bearcats would not go away as the rushing attack, like I said before, very difficult for the Blackshirts to stop the rushing game. It looked like a hot knife through butter here as the Bearcats go in to score very quickly on a 75-yard drive. Now back within 3. 20-17 at this point here later in the fourth quarter. Now the Huskers were driving and did run off some clock, but had to stop, punted the ball here. The Bearcats do start to drive with under 2 minutes left, and Husker fans are thinking, oh no, not again. A couple of mistakes on the drive here by Malcolm Hartzog. But late, with just over 30 seconds left here, Hartzog redeems himself with a key interception in the end zone. And the Huskers are going to go away with this one. Raiola takes the ball for the knee here. And the Huskers win it in a close one, 20-17, to win their first game of the season in Kansas City here. So what did Matt Rule and the Huskers have to say after the game? Let's find out.
I want to get too, way out there. I'll leave that to everybody else. It's game 1. We won the game. We'll just try. We believe we make the biggest, jump from week 1 to week 2. I think they said something like 92 to 95% of the tickets sold were through us. I just think that speaks to what we have here.
Yeah, that's big. I mean, that's how you put games away, but we'll learn from it. It's a learning experience, and it's a lot easier to make these corrections with a win. And if it's a loss, it's a little more hard. So
all the adversity we went through, man, the mat drills, the winter workouts, everything we've been through, I had so much faith in them. I was actually smiling on the sideline on that last drive because I knew, those 5 senior DBs, man, and just that whole group on defense plays hard. They play to the end, and everybody said we can't finish games, and you see that's what we did tonight.
Coach JB had us in the right call. I did my assignment, looked up, seen the ball. Yeah, I just made the play, man, and it felt unreal.
Again, Nebraska, by the thinnest of margins, defeats Cincinnati 20-17 at Arrowhead Stadium. A win is a win, and the Big Reds leave week 1 1-0. Of course, their next game next Saturday night against Akron. That will be hosted at Memorial Stadium. Here's a look at the Huskers and the Bearcats side by side. Nebraska outgained Cincinnati by more than 80 yards. The Bearcats leaned exclusively on their rushing attack. Their passing game wasn't too great last night here. The Huskers, meanwhile, were quite balanced throughout the night. The 2 biggest advantages for the Big Red, though, came in terms of turnovers and time of possession. Nebraska had a +2 turnover margin with, of course, the fumble late in the first half and then the key interception there late in the game. They also had a 19-minute time of possession edge over the Bearcats. Those are 2 big difference makers. Dylan Raiola looked to the part of a veteran for the most part, a veteran QB, aside from a few error throws. He was composed in the pocket, made all the right reads, and especially in the biggest moments with his 2 touchdowns, which were each decisive in their respective halves. He did go 33 for 42, so a pretty good completion ratio there as well. So good win for the Huskers. Hey, 1-0. We'll take